Hello everyone, it's Dan here from Thomas Word Support. In this video I'm going to take you through the theme options within our theme Jumpstart for WordPress. So to access the theme options we can go to Customize from the admin bar here, or if you happen to be in your dashboard you can go to Appearance and Customize there. Now as you'll see you've got a mix of custom options as well as the default ones, but what we're going to do in this video is go through each one by one, just get an idea of how it all works. Okay, so to start with we've got the standard WordPress area for your logo as well as the site title and tagline. You may also want to put a site icon, otherwise known as a favicon, in there as well. If you want to, then this is where you can upload that. Below we've got the colours. This is for the general body background, which in most cases really you won't see. You'll cover it up with your own sections, etc. If you wanted to, you could replace that background with an image, but again with Elementor there's really very little need. Now here you've got the menus area. I personally prefer to use the dedicated admin page under Appearance and Menus, but if you prefer you can create your menus here. Same for widgets, I prefer to use the dedicated area, but again you can control the widgets and their positioning, etc. all from this area. Now I've got the homepage settings. This is also found under Settings and General, I believe. This is where you can control if you want to show your latest posts on the homepage, like a regular blog, or like in our case, we want to show a static page. Now if you're a bit of a developer or want to customize the theme at all, this is where you can put the additional CSS. It's all very handy. It goes straight into the page without the need of a child theme or anything. It's very straightforward. Now under the typography settings we've got the area where you can specify a separate Google font. I'll actually go through that in another video. For theme colours, here you've got a range of colours that you can control within the theme. Now it's worth noting at this stage you can also override these on a per page basis. So for instance, like we've done in the demo pages, we've got one particular colour scheme for say one home page, whereas something like something like a different home page will have, say, a green colour scheme. So we'll go over the overrides in another video, but this is where you can set the actual main theme colours. Next up we've got the header settings. Now you'll find a logo area here as well. Now that may sound strange because you've already uploaded one under the site settings. The reason for this, it's the sticky header logo. So if you're using a dark header and when you scroll you get a sticky header here, and it uses a dark background. Well, if you have a dark logo selected, then obviously you won't be able to see it. This is where you can upload an inverse logo to make it visible. You can also control the logo height here as well, just simply entering the value and it will resize as you wish. For the header button, if we wanted to, we can have a separate button up in the navbar area here. Now this will link to anywhere you want to, so it doesn't have to be an internal page, etc. You can put any URL you want in there. Once these are filled in, if we just reload the page, you'll see it will appear. So if you're wondering why it's not appearing when you just put the label, you do need to put something in the URL field, as I've done here with a hash as well. Now I've got the blog settings. This is where you control the layout for your blog area, as well as give it a title and subtitle. And you can also give it a separate call to action. So if we just look at the demo, we've got a call to action area here and within posts as well. This is where you can control the look and the content of this area. Do be aware the area here will accept any shortcode, doesn't necessarily have to be from Contact Form 7, so if you've got a preferred plugin you can use that as well. And portfolio settings, much like the blog settings, we've got the area where you can control the layout, as well as override the header style that's used. And if you do decide to use a inverse header that you're normally using, you can upload a specific logo there as well. And you've also got another area for a call to action specifically for the portfolio area. In the documentation settings, you'll see you can also specify a title and subtitle. You can again override the header and logo if you wish. Here you can pop in the popular searches, and just to show you what that means. Here you can see we've got the search bar, which will obviously let users find articles easier. Now what you can do is have a few links below which link off to specific search terms you may want to use. So if I just put in term 1, if we save and refresh, we can see that. You can see here we now have some specific links to take people directly off to them. It's really neat. In the career settings, you can again give it a form shortcode. This is so on the individual career items. You can see at the bottom we can have a shortcode. So if I just grab a shortcode quickly from our examples. There you go. You can pop that in and we'll see we now have an application ready to go. In the footer settings, excuse me, you can control if you want the widget footer or to remove it. And of course, if you do wish to show it, you can display social icons in there too. Just simply select the one you want from the drop down, enter your URL, and you'll see they'll appear perfectly. The 404 settings, you can specify a logo as well as a background image to be used. And finally in the login settings, you can choose a particular logo and background there as well. And that's it. If you do have any questions, then do come see me over at support. Other than that, thanks for watching and enjoy your theme.